So tonight we have a special guest, but we're going to introduce ourselves here before we go too much further. We have on the far end here, working on
Mike.
this, Josh.
I'm Mike from Northern Knives and 3DK. I've been in a couple of these videos, so I imagine people know who I am at this point.
Unless nobody's actually bothered to watch it.
Yeah.
So pretty much nobody knows who I am, so I'm Mike from 3DK.
I'm Dakota. I'm their web admin, and I do various other online tasks. I'm the cancer on social media for this group.
And I'm Lori. I'm also an owner of Northern Knives.
And 3DK.
And 3DK.
Yep. Working on some things.
Yeah. And stuff.
And stuff.
She has things in the hopper.
Secret things and stuff.
Coming this April.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And joining us this evening to go over and wax poetically on his specialty, we have...
my name's Jason, and I am a sous chef here in Anchorage, and
at a very prestigious steakhouse.
Very prestigious steakhouse.
Not very
within
far
the community.
Down the road.
Not prestigious, but prestigious.
Yes, prestigious.
With steak knives that go.
Prestigious.
A fantastic place.
Let's give a shout out to our friends who provided this exceptional liquor tonight. Who was that, Mike? Because I can never pronounce foreign names.
Foreign name? Crush is foreign to you? So we'd like to thank Crush, and we're drinking Pine Barrens. I'm sorry. Drinking Pine Barrens tonight. We'd like to thank Crush and La Bodega if you want to pick it up locally here in Anchorage.
I am really digging that
recommended
tanniny pine flavor.
Red pine flavor. Recommended by my friend Jeremy, who...
From Bill's.
What's that?
From Bill's.
From Bill's.
Yeah.
Recommended by Jeremy. I dig his recommendation. I think it's a good...
All right, Jason. Sorry to interlude there.
Oh, it's totally fine.
Take it away, man.
All right. So basically, what you have to figure out is that when you are wanting to buy knives for the kitchen, a lot of people are going to think, oh, I just need a knife to get myself through the day or through the night of meal, whatever I'm wanting to do, and then any knife will work. And that's not really the case. So basically, the sharpness of a knife is like catalyst to safety of yourself. The duller the knife, the more likely you're going to cut yourself when you're in the kitchen.
Like,
I mean, how many people have had to saw through a goddamn onion rind? Just
oh, for sure.
Well, and that's ironically, that's the worst part of it. Now you're cutting yourself with a dull ass knife, which
correct.
is a shitty cut.
Hurts.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, our skin is less durable than the skin of an onion, unfortunately.
We don't have layers.
Are you sure about that? We have scientists been on this.
So, the sharper the knife, ironically enough, the safer the knife is going to be for when you're using it. And also at the same time, how you're properly holding vegetables or fruits is also going to prevent you from cutting yourself ever. Ironically enough, me, myself, I never cut the hand that is holding the vegetable. I always cut the hand that's holding the knife. How, you might ask?
You just choke up on it? And
Well, give it a few minutes, he'll show you.
So actually, I have a cut on my thumb that's still healing.
Oh wait, hit me too.
I become careless because I'm going through my day of cleaning meat or whatnot, and so I think, I can just press down on a filet tenderloin and just pull this off. And what happens is through moisture and fat of the meat, my thumb will eventually slip onto the blade, and then I would just press my thumb into it, thus puncturing my thumb almost to the bone. Well, there's my issues. I never cut this hand. This hand's fine.
Well, then that's why we have out here. We have the diamond and we have the ceramic, which generally here at the shop we usually recommend over a steel. We feel like you burn a lot of calories with steel with a lot less payoff, so we like to recommend the ceramics and the diamonds because a steel ends up what a steel does is realigns an edge that's already sharp, whereas a ceramic and a diamond will actually sharpen.
And as a side note, for whatever reason, people keep suggesting diamond for M390. Kind of a segue there.
Because it's tough.
Well, they're
because
lazy.
it's tough. What's that?
They're lazy.
Wait, what was that?
They're lazy. M39 is a really tough steel, so diamond will work faster. So
yeah, but
lazy.
it does also pull more material. So if you constantly use diamond, you're chewing up a lot of and the thing too is it's not a solid diamond rod. That's an aluminum core with an adhesive and diamonds on the outside. So it's not that you wear out the diamonds, but you wear out that adhesive. So you end up with just a bare aluminum rod after a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would like to interject there and just point out that you should never trust sharpening your knife on any sort of rod by any means. Either get a sharpening stone for your knives, or go to your local knife shop and have them sharpen it for you, such as Northern Knives.
Right, so what you're saying is these are intermediary means.
Yes.
If you want to do it properly,
Yeah, these are for maintaining.
Yeah, these are for
during
maintaining
sharpening.
blades. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Lori's got it exactly right.
And the most important thing, and this is kind of go into proper knife care as well, is when you're maintaining your knife. Anytime that you pick up a knife, you want to hone it like so, and then that way you can maintain the edge, and it's going to keep the edge longer, and it's also going to make the knife work better than if you were to just constantly let's chop, and then let it go for a few days, and then come back, and then, let's chop again. That's going to dull your knife a lot more than if you were to just continuously also use this
Sharpen
as much as
before and
possible.
after when you use it.
For sure.
And a lot of people have questions about should I go this way or this way or this, or what do I do in this
most
towards me or out, and that's what we always say is pick what's most comfortable to you, because that's going to give you your best consistency.
Yeah,
and
for
when you're
Correct.
hand sharpening, it's consistency that's the most important
Yeah, for some
part.
people it's up and down. For some people it's this way, away,
Yeah.
towards you, whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever you're used to doing.
Now, me personally, I don't like going towards me because I'm clumsy. So, this can be an issue. I like to go away and do something like that.
Yeah.
That way I'm going away from my body. And also, one thing you have to make sure of is that when you're cleaning your knives, never put your knives in the dishwasher.
No, ever, never.
Never put them in the dishwasher, because it's going to ruin
The dishwasher.
the dishwasher.
No, it does.
Yeah, it does.
It
And
cuts
then-
through the plastic,
Yeah.
the metal rack starts to rust, and then you run that through your filter, and you run that through your water, and you run that through
No,
your drain.
just
It
one of
does.
our
It
kitchen
damages
knife reps
the
tells us that.
This
dishwasher.
explains so much.
Right? That's why you keep buying dishwashers.
Second one.
And it also ruins the knife.
And most knife companies will know if you've been putting it through the dishwasher.
Yeah,
They have
that's absolutely
secret
true.
methods.
You're not
If you have-
fooling anybody.
Yeah, if you have a wooden handle, it's going to swell, it's going to crack, it's going to fall
It's
apart.
gonna
The
discolor. It's gonna
adhesive-
turn pale.
Yeah, the adhesive is going to fall apart. You're going to ruin your knives, not
Yes.
just your dishwasher.
Yeah.
Secret methods.
They are secret methods.
And I believe you
Oh,
can
yeah.
lose your warranty if you do that as
Yeah,
well.
a lot of makers, they say specifically on them, don't not
Yeah,
dishwasher
read that little
safe.
pamphlet in your box that you get.
Yeah.
It says do not
And-
put in the
and-
dishwasher.
Yeah, and just cleaning it and rinsing it, drying it, putting it away, and they'll last your entire life. Or you can put it in the dishwasher, and you can continually buy expensive knives
But
and
we have
expensive
people who
dishwashers.
like that too.
I know some people are super paranoid about bacteria growing on the knife from leftover meat or animal products on the blade. I know my mom used to be super paranoid. She'd actually boil her knives.
They make
Yeah.
antibacterial soap.
Yeah, I know they make antibacterial soap.
Well, they do now.
They do now.
Not back when his mom was boiling
And
knives.
bleach works pretty well.
But I'm assuming that you do a hot soapy bath, you clean it off, you
Yeah.
don't put the handle in, but you put the rest in.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
roughly
clean the
wash
handle
off the
too,
handle.
but don't expose it for a long period of time. Don't
Okay.
let it
Yeah.
sit in that tub
And then
of
Yeah.
if you're
water.
super concerned about it, is using like a bleach wipe or something out of the question?
Well, for the wood, it might be dangerous.
Yeah,
'cause
it
you'll
would
dry
be,
out.
but like when I do mine, I use just the foamy antibacterial.
The
and I
foamy
usually
type, huh?
ooh the foamy.
Ooh, you're fancy.
But I usually,
Ooh.
and while it's in my hand, I do it, and I'll usually go to about where my hand is. You know what I mean? And I don't bother to, the whole hand. It's not necessary. Nobody's rubbing their handle in raw chicken. You don't have the antibacterial.
You don't mix the
You haven't
meatballs
been to
and
my
then
house
grab your
very
knife.
often, have you?
You're just rubbing out the raw chicken with the handle.
You still want to sanitize it because your hands are
for
touching
sure.
and as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But I've always so for my knives that I've ever used, I've never had the wooden handle. Simply for the fact that I can clean these handles better.
We also are professional too.
Yes.
So in a professional setting, wooden handles are less desirable. But
Correct.
if you were using them at home,
Yeah, I mean a wooden handle at home, they're nice to have because they're lighter, and they're putting a lot less strain on your wrist itself. And these are great to use in the kitchen because I can clean every single surface of this knife and not have to worry about losing some quality.
What's the material they use on the Wusthof knives for the handle?
It's just a composite of some sort.
Yeah,
I don't actually know what the technical name is. There's a pamphlet somewhere.
So plastique. Okay.
Plastique.
Yes.
Sorry, composite.
So yeah, and also when you're taking proper care of your knife, when you're checking sharpness, this goes back into safety. Checking sharpness of a knife. A lot of people with dull knives will run their thumb or finger across the blade like this. I have seen this in school. Somebody who did not know how to properly check a blade.
yeah,
He took his hand and he goes, and I stared at him and I was like, "What are you doing?" I thought he was going to cut himself, but
Yeah.
fortunately enough, in this case scenario, a dull knife did not cut this person.
luckily.
But what you want to make sure is when you're checking for proper sharpness, you want to run your thumb across the blade.
Or your fingernail.
And what a lot of people don't know is a lot of times when you're running your thumb, what you really should be checking for is if you look and you run your thumb down lightly, it will pull the tops of your fingerprints off without you actually feeling the pang of the cut. And a properly sharp knife will pull the tops of your fingertips off.
Well, you can
or
also
your fingerprints.
you can
and
also
you can actually see
check with your fingernail to check for nicks. And if
Yeah.
there are, then your
That-
fingernail will
And
cut
you
it.
one
can you can
just
check for nicks. This
makes
is
me go
this
up
is
a
a big
wall.
one. This is a big one. Is checking for the nicks
Yeah.
with your fingernail.
Like, it can be sharp
and even
part
coming
way,
across.
but then at the very front part, when you actually use most of it, you'll
You're
feel those
freaking
nicks.
me out right now.
Well, we do it. We do it all the time.
That is terrible. Stop
See,
it.
remember the Band-Aid?
Remember the Band-Aid. See
I
what
know
happens?
it's a little
I
worn
have
out.
no
I think I
Band-Aids.
need a
See
new
what
one.
happens when you do that.
When you guys do that, are you saying that I could potentially get away with murder by
Cutting your
checking
fingertips
blades?
off?
Yeah,
I've seen 7.
Just checking the tip on a blade. You know?
But
You're not taking that much of it. Really, what it is
You fucking kidding
what you'll do is find, as you pull it, you'll see little flecks of just the ridges of your fingertips that you're taking off.
yeah, and what you want to make sure is that when you're going both ways, that it's grabbing. You'll feel it grab your skin, and that's the important thing. If you feel one side is not grabbing as much as the other,
It's rolled.
then you want to hone it and try and get the teeth where they're like this to
Yeah.
more like that.
Yeah.
Which
So-
is what a steel will do versus like a ceramic or a diamond.
Exactly.
A steel will unroll that edge and realign it, whereas a diamond or ceramic will sharpen it or maintain it.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect, because that just shut off.
Yeah, I think we did fairly well.
Yeah.
Should we clap?
Yeah, that would be the end, and we'll see you in the
Is that
next
an actual
video.
stopping point? Nobody's got a big joke. We can end it with a laugh.
End it with a laugh. Oh, we ended it with a laugh.
Yeah.